Adam lived for 930 years, during which he had 30 sons and 30 daughters. As his life neared its end, Adam fell ill. He summoned all his children and grandchildren to gather around him, except for Cain, who was a wanderer. Among them, Seth, the eldest and most beloved son of Adam and Eve, approached his father. Seth asked Adam what was troubling him, and Adam replied that he was in great pain and very sick. His children, confused, asked what he meant by pain and sickness, as no one had died yet except Abel, who Cain had killed. Genesis 4 verse 8. Seth then asked his father if he missed the Garden of Eden and desired its fruit. If that were the case, Seth offered to go to the garden's gate, mourn, and pray, hoping that God would send an angel to grant him some of the fruit to heal Adam. Eve, filled with sorrow, also offered to take on half of Adam's illness, admitting that her actions had caused their suffering. Adam then instructed Eve and Seth to go to the Garden of Eden, pray as they had said, and ask the angel for some of the oil of mercy from the tree of life. He believed that this oil could ease his pain. Eve and Seth set out towards the garden, but as they passed through the woods, a wild beast attacked Seth. Eve was terrified and cried out, lamenting her past disobedience to God's command. Genesis 3 verse 6. She rebuked the beast, reminding it that humans were created in God's image and had dominion over animals. Genesis 1 verse 26. The beast, speaking with a human voice, argued back, saying that Eve should not blame it, as she herself had disobeyed God first. Seth then commanded the beast to be silent and not harm the image of God. The beast obeyed Seth, left him wounded, and returned to its den. Eve and Seth went to the garden gate and cried out to God, pleading for him to send them the oil of mercy for Adam. God responded by sending Michael the archangel, who told Seth, "Seth, man of God, do not tire yourself with prayers for the oil of mercy. It cannot be given now, but when the time is right, someone will come who will anoint your father with that oil. Then he will rise and return to the garden along with all his descendants. Their evil hearts will be replaced with new hearts that understand goodness, and God will dwell among them, making them his people. But for now, go back to your father, as his end is near, within 3 days. Tell him these words and watch what happens when he is taken from you." Seth and Eve returned to Adam and relayed the message. Adam groaned and lamented to Eve, "Oh, Eve, what have you done to bring the rule of death upon us? Gather our children and grandchildren and tell them about our sin from the beginning to the end." When everyone was gathered, Eve recounted the story of how Satan came to the serpent, convincing it to let him speak through its mouth. Satan taunted the serpent for honoring Adam and Eve, who were neither as beautiful nor as wise as it. During the time when the angels went up to heaven to worship God, the serpent, under Satan's influence, found Eve by the tree of knowledge and deceived her, leading to their expulsion from the garden. After she finished speaking, her children left. Eve then prayed to God for a long time, asking for mercy and expressing uncertainty about how they would be received by him, whether he would still be angry or show them mercy. While praying, the angel of mankind appeared to her and said, "Rise up, Eve, for Adam, your husband, is departing from this life and going to meet his Creator." One day, Eve looked up to the sky and saw a bright chariot being pulled by 4 shining eagles, with angels on either side escorting it. The chariot stopped above the place where Adam was lying. The angels brought incense, and as they lit it, the smoke rose and covered the sky. They bowed and worshipped, saying, "Holy One, have mercy, for he is your image and the work of your hands." Eve also saw 2 mighty and frightening figures standing in the heavens, which made her afraid. She called out to Seth, saying, "Rise up, Seth, and come see what no human eye has seen before." Seth came and saw the 7 heavens open and their father Adam lying on his face with the holy angels praying for him. Eve asked, "Who are the 2 dark figures standing and praying for your father?" Seth replied, "They are the sun and the moon, praying to the Most High for our father Adam." Eve then asked why they appeared dark, and Seth explained that they could not shine in the presence of the ultimate light, so their light was taken away. As Seth was speaking to Eve, the angels blew trumpets, fell on their faces, and cried out, "Blessed be the glory of the Lord over all his works, for he has had compassion upon Adam, the work of his hands." Then one of the seraphim, having 6 wings, took Adam's soul to the lake of pure water on the north side of Eden and washed it before God's face. God commanded the seraphim to give Adam's soul to Michael the archangel, who would take it to paradise until the day of the final visitation. The holy archangel then prayed to God concerning Adam's body. God ordered all the angels to come before him, each in their order, carrying censers, trumpets, and bowls full of scents. The Lord of hosts ascended, with great winds and cherubim flying on them, surrounded by the angels of heaven. They carried Adam's body into the garden, where all the trees bowed and released their sweet scents. The sight was so magnificent that all the descendants of Adam and everyone on earth fell into a deep sleep, except for Seth. Thus, Adam's body lay in paradise, honored by the heavenly hosts. God spoke to Adam, asking him why he had disobeyed his command. He explained that if Adam had followed his instructions, those who persecuted him would not have celebrated his downfall. However, God promised that in the future, he would turn their happiness into sorrow and Adam's sorrow into joy. Then, the angels brought shrouds made of silk and fine linen, and God instructed Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael to wrap Adam's body in them and anoint it with sweet scents. God then said to bring Abel's body, which had remained unburied since Cain had killed him, as Cain had tried to hide it. But the earth refused to accept it until Adam's body, made from its dust, was returned to it. Abel's body was wrapped in grave clothes like Adam's, and both were buried in the place where God had originally taken the dust to create Adam. The angels dug the graves and covered them. After this, God called to Adam's body, and it responded, "Here am I, Lord." God reminded Adam of his words, "Dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return." Genesis 3 verse 19. God promised that in the last days, he would raise Adam and all his descendants from the dust. He sealed the tomb so no one could touch it until 6 days had passed, and Adam's rib was returned to him. After these events, Eve woke from her sleep, troubled because she did not know what had happened to Adam's body. She prayed, asking the Lord to allow her to be buried with Adam, as she had been created from his flesh and had never been separated from him since they were together in the Garden of Eden. On the 7th day after Adam's death, Eve was praying and, after finishing, looked up to heaven, struck her breast, and said, "Lord God of all things, receive my spirit." She then gave up her soul to God. Immediately, angels came, took her body, and buried it alongside Adam and Abel.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.